Marianne Levy, a professor in civil law at Stockholm University, said there's very little chance of you being sent to prison if you don't commit another crime. Are you committing any other crimes?
I can admit to driving too fast, but I don't think I'm going to go to prison for that. There's nobody going to prison for this whatsoever. We're not going to lose the case whatsoever. The whole idea they're basing the trial on is that we are willingly and enabling people to actually file share these 33 different works that is in the charges, and I haven't even heard of half of the artists in the charge, so it's very hard for me to be willingly helping people with downloading that material. So they have nothing whatsoever.
And most of that material I really think no one should share anyway. It should stay hidden where it belongs.
It's crap, you mean?
Yeah.
How come every time they want to sue someone for file sharing infringement in Sweden or copyright infringement, it's always about crap content?
Yeah.
So it's like the movie Hippie Pura, which is a really bad movie. It was the first famous movie in Sweden where there were a copyright infringement case. So that's more. I'm a bit
smell PR.
Yeah, but it's
I would be ashamed if I got caught downloading Hippie Pura.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
We've been copying stuff since eternity, and sharing is a natural state of being for human beings. But with the digital age, what is original?
Everything and nothing. That's the whole concept of file sharing, is that either you create or you just consume. It's up to you. You can decide what you want to do with the content. And there's a lot of content being made today which nobody thinks of as good enough or whatever. Like on YouTube, everybody's saying like everything on YouTube is crap or everything is copyrighted or whatever. But there's a lot of content which is really interesting, where you do your own video, you go dance or whatever, and then you put some music on, and nobody accepts the idea that the content is made and it's yours and you have the copyright for it, because it might be a song of Britney Spears or whatever. So you don't respect the copyright of the small people anymore. You just respect the copyright of the media industry, which
remixes.
is the whole mashup industry is much more interesting than the mainstream media anyhow.
So how do we see ourselves, as producers or consumers? Or
we shouldn't see ourselves as nothing but the thing we want to be. So I think I would love if more people could see themselves as producing part of the internet, which any website today is a good proof that you are a producer, because if you don't put the comments in there, you don't upload content or whatever, you don't contribute with a picture or whatever, there's nothing there. So you are you're not only the consumer, you are the producer as well.
It seems to be that we're not being acknowledged as anything but consumers, though.
Yeah, and that's a big problem, because if we could actually transfer into being what or the idea of the concept of what we really are, into being both a consumer and a producer, it would be much more interesting.
What would you say to people watching this? Where does their power lie as a consumer?
Well, they are a producer when they watch it, because they interpret it as something, and maybe they go out talk to someone about it, or send people over there and they get some ideas about what they see, and they do something based on that, and then they're also producing part of the material.
But how can they send a message back to the organizations that are trying to package them as consumers? Don't
take their lies for granted. Not everything they say is true, and you should just make up your own mind about what you want to do with the content, and if you want to produce something, you should.
So there's a great power in what you choose not to consume.
Yeah. Today we don't have the whole consumer society. Everything you do today, when you do it online, is also producing. So it's very important to actually think about that. No one is just a consumer anymore, and the word consumer should just be thrown out of the window when it comes to the internet.